Namaste, beautiful beings. This is Belinda Pearl, and welcome to the Illuminated Oracle and the Celestial Channeling. And so we are right before a Sagittarius full moon, and I love Sagittarius, especially moon Sagittarius energy, because I am a Sagittarius moon. So the moon will be full. What does that mean? That means it's time for us to be optimistic and to expand our boundaries. And who do I feel like wants to come in today is Krishna. Krishna has been sort of dancing around with his flute all around me this whole week. And I feel like it's been activation of things that I've personally been doing. But I also feel it's time because Krishna's coming in, because it's important for us to remember to play. And I think this is what's really important for us as we're moving into the world. How often do you play? Are you ready to expand your boundaries in this field of playing with you and the universe, you and the world? Maybe we've just gotten just a snatch too serious. Maybe it's time for us to actually become boundless beings that we actually are. And we can actually step into our true divinity. Now that is really the essence that wants to come through this channeling, is you stepping into your true essence. Have you been stifling your energy? Do you feel that you're supposed to fit into a box, a mental box that society has created for us? That is why we have so many mental health issues, is because of us having to step into or fit into a box where we don't really belong and don't really want to be there. Each of us truly has a gift and a purpose here and something to share upon this planet, whatever that is. And yes, we are all playing with different karmas and things that our lineages have brought forward, as well as our cultures have brought forward, and why we've shown up in this particular form. And there's so many dynamics in the world, in the universe too, and specifically in the universe, because this is where this is coming from for you. So when we look at life, let's take a moment to just step back. Have we become too serious? Have we become that we have to stick into this, I keep saying, this mental box? And again, we're not supposed to all fit into the same box. Maybe there's some that like this, but everybody that even likes that has their different variations. Example, if you eat French fries as an example, you probably like it with your salt and tomato sauce, ketchup, I guess, here in the United States. Or maybe you don't like it with salt, maybe like pepper and olive oil, something like that. Maybe that's what you prefer. Everyone's going to have something that's uniquely them, and we're not all built the same. We are so individual and unique, and that's what's important for us to really find and come back to. Are you coming back to you and yourself? So the invitation is to play. So let us invite in this essence of play and see what play wants us to play with. So we're going to draw some oracle cards. I've been working with these sort of Lemurian 5D cards. I really enjoy their energy. They feel very Aquarian age. And so I've been using that for the past few months, because I've been really dipping into what is streaming down upon this planet. When we talk about starlight, when we talk about the central sun, how's that light changing for us? What new light photons are we receiving? How's that light? So if we go on vacation from one country to the next, the sun is going to be slightly different depending on the curve of the planet. So where we are in the curve of our galaxy, and our planet is curved too, and then there's a central orb, the sun, that we rotate around. And so it's like going to a different part of the country, or maybe even a different part of the galaxy, and so how that sun is approaching us, how that is affecting us, and we in ourselves are getting a different light upgrade. And I feel like we're getting a light upgrade. It just really depends where your mind is, and I've been saying this for a long time. Astrology keeps saying this, is that what do you value? Have we been stuck in that patriarchal money society, material society? Or are we starting to shackle ourselves free from that and move into that essence of pure Shakti and creative flow? So let us see where that creative, playful flow wants to come in. And let us invite it into this reading. and it says harmonic flight. And this actually has 1,000 reasons why it's so actually amazing, because a friend of mine just sent me a message in the last week, and I wrote back like, we expand the wings, and it's about harmonic flight. It's a 29, so we're at this end of a cycle. There's this 9 energy in it, so it's again 9 coming to the end of the cycle, but there's wisdom learned. And then there's this essence of the 2, which is about seeing things as black and white, as well as taking a moment to be quiet and to be still, and knowing that everything we need is inside of us, and we need to unify that, which is actually where we are in this Gemini sun, is this divine union inside of us. And it feels like too that central sun of the galaxy I was speaking about, those beams of light are coming through. It's activating us at a DNA level, but we're learning to see the truth inside of ourselves. We're learning to see who we are, why we are. And it's not about the separation, but it's this coming together as one. It feels like too that there's this feeling of Holy Spirit that wants to come in, and almost like this Holy Spirit baptism. So when we feel like we're stuck in the crud of light, we can call that into our life and really allow ourselves to be anointed. And what I'm seeing from Krishna is this, the peacock feather being placed upon your third eye, awakening your mind to show you how the energy can really sustain you and you can work with it. And again, it's like we sometimes feel that we have to have something tangible in our hands, that we need to go take that physical shower, but we can actually stand in this essence with no water at all, but call in the essence of water and ask for that holy baptism to take place. At the same time, it feels like we're rebirthing. There's this new birth that wants to come forward, but it's a cosmic birth that's going to happen here on this plane, but actually spiral up into the universe, which can be part of the broader spiritual approach. So again, this idea of what have we been valuing? We've been valuing material wealth, but spirituality is what's coming in. This is that Uranus energy that's going through Taurus. It's starting to show to us, it's awakening us what is truly valuable. And so many people are waking up to this, these waves of ascension are coming through. And also to see, and as I was listening to, had an opportunity to go to an event this weekend where I got to be in the same space with Sri Ravi Shankar and the art of living. And they were talking, Sri was talking about everybody being like potatoes. There's thousands of different types of potatoes, but we're all potatoes, all coming together and creating, knowing that we all one, that we all together. If everybody could just imagine us being in love together. And I used the analogy of potatoes, and I liked it because I came home and I said to my husband, we're all just potatoes. We may look slightly different, but we're all just potatoes. We're all the same. And so together we can make something beautiful. There's also this idea that wants to come in about this activation, like a light body activation. What I've been receiving a lot lately is about doing the sound vibration, celestial sound vibration. And I'm starting to see how they want me to bring it in through these different activations. So it seems like the 9 is actually an important point, because they want me to use like a 9-week initiatory gateway to go through these seed sound activations. So look for that. That will be coming up soon. But what it's going to do and what's going to help us is this activation of our light bodies, activation of our field, the energetic field, because we come so detached from it. We've been so separated from it. This is what this divine union is asking to come together, so we can be rebirthed, but actually be reborn in almost a reversed way. It's like we really coming into our spiritual self, our spiritual beings. This doesn't have to come from outside of us. This is what comes from inside of us. And that all makes sense, correct? Now I'm starting to see colors everywhere. It's like almost like the light bulb went off, and it's like there's an activation in the auric fields of everybody around this planet. When you really start to realize this cosmic birth comes from within of us. So we hold all of us this divine seed. And this is what these activations are. This is what the universe wants from us. What the celestial beings, this is why the central sun is shining upon us, because it's actually bringing in that vital light for the activation of your inner being. So these 5D beings that we are, these crystalline forms, these energetic beings, and it's even beyond crystalline, it's these light beings that we are. And even to call it, then they say, even to call it like dimensions is actually limiting it. It's beyond what the mind can actually perceive. So my divine beings that you are, let us move into this place of harmonic flight. Let's expand our wings. Let ourselves to really like embrace the cosmic light that's coming here, waking us up from deep within, and allow your celestial seeds to be activated within inside of you too. So from my heart to yours, may be beautiful, may be blessed, may you have a beautiful rest of your day, evening, and afternoon. Again, this is Belinda Pearl. You can always find me at belindapearl.com. Make sure you subscribe, say hello, and I'll see you all again soon. Namaste.